Climate change is one of the most pressing challenges of our time. Mitigating climate risks and vulnerabilities remains a top priority for economies around the world, especially in Islamic Development Bank (IsDB) member countries. For Turkiye, climate action is a top priority. Among many areas of focus, IsDB continues to support the government's efforts in developing the renewable energy landscape and improving the energy efficiency of existing infrastructure. To support Turkiye's efforts, the Islamic Development Bank has extended $740 million of funding to 35 renewable energy and energy efficiency projects. With total financing of $2.76 billion, these projects have resulted in 1,340 megawatts of new renewable energy power generation capacity installed and 2,170 gigawatt hours of annual energy savings, which is equal to generating 1,000 megawatts of solar power and elimination of more than 3.2 million tons of CO2 emissions per year. In Bingöl Province, eastern Turkey, IsDB co-financed the country's very first hydro-solar hybrid power plant through $180 million of financing. The Aşıklı Kalıköy hydro-solar power station is the world's second largest hybrid power plant. It delivers 580 megawatts of combined renewable energy to the national grid. When rainwater is scarce, the sun is abundant and being utilized.
Biz burada daha önce HES tesisini yaptık, 500 megawatt gücünde. Fakat suyumuzun kalmadığı dönemlerde enerji üretebilmek amacıyla eksik kapasiteyi tamamlamak maksadıyla 1100 dönümlük bir araziye 200 bin civarında güneş paneli montajı yaparak 80 megawatt gücünde bir GES üretim tesisi kurduk. Hibritin anlamı bu HES ve GES'in birlikte üretim yaptığı tesis anlamı.
The Aşıklı Kalıköy Dam stretches 945 meters long and 10 meters wide. It was built in 5 years. Its downstream solar power station, however, was completed in a record time of 6 months and is the largest in Turkey. This hydro-solar power plant began commercial production in early 2021 and produces clean energy for national consumption in Turkey.
173 bin ton petrol ithalinin önüne geçmişiz. 207 milyon metreküp doğalgaz ithalinin önüne geçmişiz. Ülkemize böyle bir kazanç sağlamışız.
The plant directly employs 120 people full-time. While it powers up households and businesses across the nation, its surplus revenue is also funding social benefits for residents of the area.
Her yıl Bingöl ilinde 300 öğrenciye öğrenim bursu sunuyoruz. Bingöl merkezde 142 yatak kapasiteli öğrenci yurdu yaptık. Bingöl Üniversitesi bünyesinde 30 milyon TL tutarında bir teknokent yapımı gerçekleştirdik.
The Özmen Geothermal Power Project in Western Turkey is another great example of IsDB's dedication to enriching the country's renewable energy infrastructure. Thanks to $18 million in financing from IsDB, the Özmen 1 geothermal power plant in Manisa began operations in September 2019.
Özmen 1 GES santral 24 megawattlık bir ORC santral sistemi. Yıllık olarak 172 bin megawatt enerji satışı gerçekleştirebiliyor. Bunun üretimini yaptığı elektrik direkt olarak ülke hatlarında ülkenin genelinde yayılan bir yapı içerisinde kullanılabiliyor. 5 yıldır faaliyette olan bir santral bugüne kadar 750 bin megawatt'a yakın bir elektrik üretimi gerçekleştirmiş durumda.
Geothermal energy is generated by harnessing hot water or steam from the Earth's core to power turbines that generate electricity. Geothermal energy is green energy. It requires no fossil fuels, and the water is injected back into the ground for reuse.
Özmen bir GES santrali dünyada kendi içerisinde bir ilki barındırıyor aslında baktığınızda. Deniz seviyesine göre konumu 600 metre yukarıda duran bir santral. Bunun yanı sıra üretim kuyuları, yani santrale su taşıyan jeotermal kuyuları kendi seviyesinden 400-450 metre daha aşağıda bulunuyor. Bu aşağı seviyeden direkt olarak santrale sular taşınıp tekrar ORC'den geçtikten sonra reenjeksiyon olarak daha üst kottan reenjeksiyonu yapılıyor.
The story of the Afyon cement factory, which begins in 1954, is a telltale of the successful cooperation between IsDB and Turkiye in modernizing old infrastructure and making them efficient and environmentally sustainable. In 2017, the Afyon cement factory was re-engineered towards low-carbon and energy-efficient operations, thanks to $19 million of funding from IsDB. As a result of this investment, highly efficient technology and environmental features were incorporated into the facility that helped efficiently boost clinker production to 1.6 million tons and cement production to 2 million tons per year. Close to the iconic city of Istanbul, the Çatalca wind power plant is feeding clean and renewable energy into Turkiye's national power grid. IsDB invested $30 million into the operation of this project, one of the many across Turkiye.
The first phase of the project implemented in 2008 with 20 turbines, 60 megawatts installed capacity. And the second phase, an additional 10 turbines, is installed in December 2016. So in total, we have reached a capacity of 93 megawatts.
Billions of kilowatt hours of electricity have so far been generated for households in Turkiye by these onshore wind turbines since the Çatalca wind power plant began operations in 2008. The Çatalca wind power plant has offset emissions to the tune of 200,000 metric tons of CO2 annually. From wind to hydro and solar to geothermal, across Turkiye, IsDB has been supporting the country's green transition by financing clean and renewable energy and energy efficiency investments using various Islamic financing modalities. At Islamic Development Bank Group, we spearhead sustainable development imperatives in our member countries to drive green growth and transition to green economies, build climate-resilient systems, and advance efforts towards a sustainable future. To attain net zero greenhouse gas emissions by mid-century through fair and just transition, and build resilient economies. We continue to support our 57 member countries as we stand with the world to shape a better future.